Hello, everybody. It is time for Overcast. This is the 32nd episode of Overcast. I am Frostee. I'm joined right here, kind of next to me, but kind of far away, by Chris Matrix. What is going on, my friend?
Boo. Boo. What's going on, everybody? 32.
32.
Oh, 32. Oh, that's right. I wasn't here last week.
I did it without you because I snuck it in because I was sneaking out of town. So
you were sneaking out of
it's
town.
my bad. I apologized on the show, and to all of our fans.
Not sorry. Not sorry, because you got to go have all kinds of fun without me.
It was a lot of fun in Dallas. Some awesome barbecue. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So
if I would have known about that convention, I probably would have gone because I have a bunch of family just north of Dallas, Fort Worth, and I could have stayed with them.
There you go.
God, that would have been a bunch of fun. But anyways, guys, welcome to episode 32 of Overcast. I am Chris Matrix, again, joined by Frostee. You could always find us here at youtube.com/FrozenFoxVideo. You can also find us on our Twitter at Overcast Show, our website, which is theovercastshow.blogspot.com. Of course, we are under the parent studio of FrozenFoxRadio.com, and you can also find us on our Facebook. And if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, you can always find us on iTunes, Podbean, and Stitcher. Boom. Now that all the obligatory, how do you even English?
Now that the formalities are out of the way, how about that?
Yes. Now that all the formalities have been taken out of the way, Frostee, what have you been up to? How was Dallas? How was life?
Other than the rain and driving through freeways that were closed because they were flooded over, it was pretty crazy. I-20 was flooded between sometime in middle Louisiana to my hometown, basically.
Wait, so you were actually driving through closed freeways?
I didn't drive through those, but we went on the back roads that were closed. And
verbiage. All the verbiage.
I know, right? It's going to snatch me every time. But we went through all these back roads, and it was like one after another were closed. And we're like, man, this is crazy. Finally came to one, and we could see the other barriers where the road was closed on the other side. And the water was right to the edge of the road, so we were like, screw it, we're just going to go for it.
Nice.
It was that or just turn around and wait all night, so we weren't going to do that. And so, yeah, other than that, made it to Dallas. It was a lot of fun. Got to do a lot of cosplaying. Met a bunch of my Blizz friends that were there. And
yeah, I saw on your Twitter all your nice, cool little cosplay pictures of you basking in the sunlight.
Exactly. And
all that fun stuff.
The Blizz, a lot of Blizz fans there that we got to talk to, and got to have some Hard 8 barbecue, which is just like the best barbecue in Texas. I think hands down.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I would agree with you there. Hard 8's very good.
It's very good. Very,
very good. Been there, I think, twice. Yep. And I've loved it both times that I went. Oh,
yeah.
God. I want some barbecue, dude.
Other than that, just got accepted to the University of Denver, so it's one of the schools. So I will be moving in the next few months. We will be moving, my wife and I. Don't know where yet, but it's one of the possibilities.
Whether you're going to Denver or whether you're going to freaking Land of the Salt.
Exactly.
Land of PJ Salt.
I kind of hope it's there just because free rent. I got to get a house there. So
yeah, right.
I kind of like that instead of having to pay for a house for a year. But whatever. It's all good.
I would accept a little bit of salt for free rent. I definitely would.
And then just trying to do some beta stuff. What about yourself? I know you've been quite busy and having lots of fun.
So I've basically been no-lifing the Division for the last, ever since it came out on the 9th, so almost 2 full weeks now. God, I've been having such a blast with it. It's been absolutely awesome. And then I'm doing this kind of thing on the side right now where I'm going to be collaborating with a couple of people from TGN on some of their live streams. Right now we're looking at doing things 3 days a week during the week. Basically teaching people about builds, talents, skills, just basically showing people the ropes. Because, dude, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at all these websites. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know what's up. But I look at these websites, like these major websites that are like, hey, here are these builds for awesome classic types of play. And I just look at these talent builds and I'm like, are you stupid? Have you even played this game past level 15? Like, it just amazes me how just like stupid some of these websites are, and I'm just like, no, we're gonna fix that.
Mm-hmm.
and TGN seems to be the outlet that I'm going to look to take. I don't know if I'll be working with them in an official capacity, but I will be looking to probably be appearing on some of their live streams at least throughout the next month or two until Overwatch officially releases.
Outstanding. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been a little busy, but having a lot of fun in the process there. So
I heard your capture card didn't have a great time though.
I was having issues with my capture card. I still gotta freaking look at that and fix it so I can get my stream back up and running. But it is what it is. I can get it fixed.
Technology is technology. It just happens.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, guys, quick rundown of this week's topics. Of course, we will discuss the official release date that has been dropped by Blizzard, details about the open beta, the new map that has been revealed, and the new patch notes. Also, as kind of a awesome little other main topic that we'll be going over is all the new awesome stuff that is going to be supplementary to Overwatch, that being the comics, the animated shorts, and the graphic novel.
Oh yes,
the graphic. I can't wait. Anyways, let's get into it in order, right?
Let's
the release
slide
date.
Right in.
The release date, Frosty. What's up?
Wow. So May 24th. It's like I was saying last week. It just it came out of nowhere. They're just like, here, have all this. Have the release date. Have everything else that we're going to be talking about today that I kind of talked about last week, but I wanted to talk about it with you. I wanted to feel like when you saw that, were you just like, finally, or were you just like?
I was more like, I'm surprised they didn't release this on April 1st because this sounds like an April Fool's joke. Because Blizzard never releases anything ahead of schedule, never. They said at BlizzCon on or before like June 21st, I think it was, or something like that, late June. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden it's coming a month before they said, like, huh? What? Like, you really just did that, Blizzard? Like, this is unprecedented for any Blizzard title to actually come out ahead of schedule.
What this tells me is that they are happy with the progression system, how it is.
Yep.
And they're pretty happy or pretty close with things internally. Maybe not stuff we've seen in the beta yet, but internally testing, like balance and things like that, that they're getting pretty happy with it. Because they're going to be releasing all these consoles and everything like that. So, they need to be pretty close before they kind of push all that out and everything goes gold. So
yeah. And one thing that we'll talk a little bit about later is that there will be an open beta in early May, but what that also brings to question is, when is this phase of beta going to be closing? With the release date being a month closer than what we originally had anticipated, I'm thinking that this phase of beta may be ending pretty soon. Blizzard is yet to make any kind of official announcement regarding that matter, but I'm expecting one to come within the next week or two.
Yeah, we are right on the edge of April, and with all of that coming at the beginning of May, it's like there's not much time. If you would have looked at like what Jeff Kaplan and other people were saying, what Blizz was saying for the last few weeks, you would have thought that the beta was going to go on through April and May. And
not only that, but you would have thought that we were looking at like a July or August release date.
Yeah, as far out as they could push that, stretch that, spring. But
now, May 24th, set in stone for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Yeah,
holy crap.
But now we know, and now everybody that isn't already in the closed beta, they already know, like, hey, there's a solid time. It's not going to be, October or something this year. You're not going to have to wait forever, but it's all good. Everything's all good now. So should we talk about this open beta then?
So for those of you who are blissfully unawares, they did announce that they are going to be having an open beta. I don't have the window up. I want to say it's May 5th through May 9th.
That's the all access open beta.
That's the all access open beta. Now, if you pre-order the game, you will get early access to the open beta, which begins on May 3rd.
Yes.
So for the majority of us, A, who are already in the closed beta, or B, are Overwatch fanboys, we've already pre-ordered. Open beta will start May 3rd for us. Early access to open beta will start May 3rd. There will be a wipe. We can confirm between closed and open beta, there will be a wipe.
Yes.
And after open beta, there will be another wipe prior to release. So
Everyone's slate is wiped clean at this point.
brace yourselves, people.
Just get ready for it.
It's gonna be frickin' the wipening, as I like to call it, because you're gonna get 2 wipes: closed beta wipe, open beta wipe, and then release.
Yes.
So be prepared for it. Don't whine because you spent 2, 3, 4, 500 hours playing in the closed beta and now you don't get anything. Guess what? You're testing the game. The game's not released yet. You're not going to keep anything with that. You knew that going in.
My guess is that you might get, kind of like Heroes did, you might get a portrait indicating you were in the beta.
Well, yeah, we'll get some sort of reward.
Something like that.
But we're not going to get anything, super static, like skins or exclusive beta tester skins or anything like that. No, that's not that. That's more than likely not going to happen. I'm going to preface it with that verbiage, just in case.
The thing I'm curious about is between now and then, are we going to get to test like the real money buying credits or anything like that? That's what I want to test.
Yeah, that I don't know. I mean, we were able to do it in Hearthstone, and we were able to do it in Heroes of the Storm. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get to do it in Overwatch, but
yeah, we'll see.
It's a possibility.
So we'll see about that. Just remember, in the open beta period, what do you want to call it? Like the pre-open beta period, the one with the 3rd and 4th.
The early access.
Early access. If you have pre-ordered, you also get to bring a friend with you.
Yes.
So if you want to, bring a friend, because playing Overwatch is always best with friends. So this is your chance, not only to play it, but also to say, hey, you didn't ever play the beta, or you didn't pre-order it, but you want to see what it's like. Come on in early with me.
Not only that, but the open beta, including early access, is going to be on consoles too, not just PC.
That's true.
That's a huge thing. So make
so
sure
exciting.
you get your pre-orders in. If you don't know where to go, you can go to www.buyoverwatch.com.
There you go. It's this very simple thing, right?
Yep. It is that simple.
There you go. That's
Frostee,
the open beta stuff.
Frostee,
Yes.
This is what I want to talk about.
Okay.
We got a new map.
So right before this, Jeff Kaplan said we were getting a quote, small patch. I think it was Jeff Kaplan. It was somebody from Blizzard said that. A small patch. Just, tiny, right? Yeah. And then Ilios comes in, just blows it up.
So, hey, by the way, guys, new map. What?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we'll just throw that in there.
Mm-hmm.
So Ilios, pretty fun stuff. And there is one part of the map, the second capture point. There's like a courtyard, and there's a little hole in there, and that makes for some interesting play because characters that can fly or jump or blink or whatever can get across that. Other characters will fall to their death. I also found out that I can zoom out of there if I fall in. If I zip to somebody else on the outside, we're close enough to the edge, which is fantastic.
As Mercy, of course. We'll preface that by saying he always plays Mercy, so whenever he talks about any kind of mechanic, it's always about Mercy.
It's always through the eyes of Mercy, who got a new voiceover. We talked about that last week, too.
She did get a new voiceover. A lot of people are not happy.
A lot of people are not happy.
I could care less.
I think it's fine. I play Mercy all the time, and I'm not too shattered by it. I mean, it happened in Heroes all the time. Like, they changed the voices and things like that. So I kind of have been used to... You get early access, you're beta or alpha or whatever, things are going to change, and it just happens. So
they're always going to change. I mean, guys, come on. You're really going to throw a stink over a voiceover.
I mean, the original Cursed Hollow voiceover was my very favorite in Heroes. It's gone now. So, but anyway. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But Ilios, it's right there on the Greek coast. It's kind of looks like a little resort town. It's nice and pretty. It's got all the colors that you would imagine that would.
I'm so
go along
pissed.
with
I haven't gotten a chance
there.
to play it yet. I'm just like, I want to play it, but come on, just give it to me.
Yeah, I had to go and do a custom match to actually get in because I kept playing and it wasn't coming up. So I was like, fine, I'll just make my own game.
Right, gotta love it.
But
so
it's good.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll jump into the patch notes from this week. Again, bringing even more balance changes. The big one, which is kind of a universal nerf across the board.
Yes.
For some, quick melee damage increased by almost 50%. Damn.
Decreased 50 to 30.
Yes, decreased from 50 to 30 so almost 50%. It was reduced. Yeah. Now the cooldown was decreased from 1.5 seconds to 1 second, which does actually work out in favor for some champions like the Reapers. or other ones that, utilize that quick melee for, their lethal combos. I honestly, I think this was a good move. That's simply because I hated freaking Genjis who would just come in and die. You're just dead.
Yep.
No fun. No fun at all. I mean, what are your thoughts on the quick melee?
I do like how it is, you can do it quicker now. The half second is pretty significant, but also you're not going to get beat to death by somebody. Like, it's like Blizzard said in the note. The potential for the burst damage just getting out of control is too high.
Yep.
And that was true, especially with, if you're Mercy, like, you don't have very much health already.
Yep.
And somebody's in your face and they just one-shot you, basically. So.
Yeah, but you also have to think about it, too. You now have the potential to do 60 damage in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Versus 100 damage in 3.
That's true.
So while the burst might be a little bit less, it's going to come out a little bit faster.
Yeah. You gotta be on the move still. You gotta be looking out for it.
Yep.
But make sure you use it, too. That's the thing. You gotta remember that everybody has it. So.
Yeah, people learn how to use... Well, Reinhardt doesn't have it, but
that's
a different story. Because he's all melee. So guys, use your melees. It's not that bad. I really don't see this as a bad change to the game.
Yeah, it's all good. Bastion tank mode reduced from 10 to 8 seconds.
Thank God.
It just seems like this is great because sometimes it just goes on forever and ever, right? And he's just blasting away.
You would literally blast one shot, blast one shot, blast one shot, like your whole team's dead. And by the time you get back up, yeah, his ult may be down, but he wiped your entire team stupid fast.
Oh, yeah.
And there's it's just lasting too long. No.
I think part of it, I don't know, you get people, he pops his ult, and he starts blasting away. People will sometimes come to respond to that, or support even, and he's still in tank mode, and there's nothing you can do about it, and he's just going to keep blasting you away. And that's kind of an interesting thing, too. So, because sometimes you're like, well, he's popped his ult as Mercy, you're like, do I want to go over there, do I not? And if you show up a few seconds later, you're still going to get blasted, because now there's nobody to even help, and you're on your own.
Yep.
Running
but
back.
Hey, at least now you can dash over to the corpse.
There you go. And hopefully rest them this time.
Mm-hmm. And then next change, Genji.
Yes. Experimenting.
I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about the Genji change. His health was reverted back to 200. But now, thank God, his shuriken damage has been nerfed.
Finally.
About time. I think it should have seen a bigger nerf than 20%. It's still stupid.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see.
It's a little out of hand still.
Yeah, I would have liked to see 30%, to be completely honest. But they're still experimenting. We're still a couple of months out from release. We'll see how it goes. So far, I still think it's a little bit out of hand. I think it needs to be nerfed just a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he can just ching, 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 and waste you. And it goes pretty quickly. And like we were talking about, when you have melee mixed in there, it's just out of hand sometimes.
All he has to do is ching, ching, dash melee.
Yep.
And that's not a racist comment by any means.
And like they talked about, I mean, a lot of these things are experiments that they've been doing lately, and they've been kind of doing some drastic ones. And you see the changes on Genji are getting smaller, which I think they're starting to zero in on where it's going to be. But I agree, I think the shuriken still needs to be taken down just a little notch. Turn it down a little, one more click.
Yep, I agree. So next we have Hanzo. His scatter arrow fragments are no longer calculated as a headshot.
Thank you.
That needed to be done. I'm sorry.
You.
I love Hanzo. I love playing Hanzo, but holy damn, that ability was broken.
Yeah.
Broken. Why? Because whenever you hit somebody, calculated as a headshot. No. Sorry. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, all the Hanzo players are going to be very upset, but everyone else is like, thank you. Thank you. So,
agreed.
How about the Rip Tire from Junkrat? Health was reduced from 150 to 100.
Needed.
Yeah, it was unkillable now, right? It was like trying to kill a regular player.
It's like trying to kill a tracer.
With this tiny little, it can jump and turn around, and it's got this super tiny hitbox.
Scale walls and
yeah.
It needed to be done. I'd like to see it go down maybe to 75. Yeah. Don't kill me, Junkrat players. Don't kill me. But still,
They're trying to
still
find
wanna
that
see it.
balance, so we'll see.
I want to see it go down to 75 and see how it feels before we see release. But that's just me. I play Junkrat a lot too. So sue me. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have an OP ult, but no, it's unfair.
Yeah, it's
Now-
pretty out of hand.
Now, the change I am most excited about, May.
They have been tweaking her, and it's not just little things. Like every week, it's like, all right, we're gonna change a lot of stuff again. And next week, okay, we're gonna do another big change.
Yep. Now, again, I play May a lot as well. I do play a lot of champions a lot. Why? Because I play the game a lot, so get used to it. Her endothermic blaster's primary fire lowered the time to freeze by 15%. I don't know if it needed that, but we'll see. I mean, it was still pretty awesome to begin with, but the reason why they did that is because they added damage fall off to the secondary fire and lowered the rate of fire by 15%, which I do feel was needed. A lot of her, gained power was through, right-click spam. I mean, she was able to do an insane amount of damage from a very far distance.
Yep.
And that's not akin to her playstyle, really.
Yeah, exactly. It felt kind of like McCree of old, right?
Yep. Kind of felt like the McCree of old. So
long-range destruction.
Yep. Definitely. I feel it's needed. I like the changes so far, primarily because I loved using her primary fire just to piss people off. So, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
See how it goes. Symmetra. Thank God her teleporter got nerfed.
I know, it comes up all the time.
I would play against Symmetras. I would destroy their teleporter, and not even 30 seconds later, their teleporter's up again. It's like, then what's the point of destroying your teleporter?
Yeah, it was like, there's no point in even dealing with the mechanic because it's just going to come right back.
Yeah. It wasn't rewarding whatsoever to destroy your I found the teleporter. I destroyed it. Now it's up in another location. Well, now I got to find that one. You spend half to 3/4 of the game just looking for a daggone teleporter.
Exactly. Okay, Winston is next, and you might like this because his jump pack cooldown was reduced by 2 seconds to 6 seconds now.
Yes.
So a little bit of help out there. They kill your shield off, but they can jump around a little bit more.
It adds to his survivability. It adds to his ability to engage. I feel that that's needed because they freaking... I'm still salty about the barrier projector nerf. They need to change when the cooldown starts. I'm sorry.
Yes.
The damage, I was okay. I was willing to accept that, but then having the cooldown start after the barrier is gone. What the hell?
Yeah.
Winston was nigh unplayable. I watched the European tournament that went on today.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you'd see at least one Winston a match. Didn't see him once.
Yeah, that was a huge change. I mean, it's fundamental when it happened.
Yeah.
Zarya, particle cannon increased the minimum damage by 25%.
That definitely needed. After her nerf to her E, it was almost impossible to keep up a decent amount of charge. So... and fighting as a Zarya with 0 or very little charge, you're not dealing damage. You're tickling them at best.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a Tracer could kill you before you could kill them at low power.
Yep.
It wasn't exciting, and a tank shouldn't go down to, an offensive character that quickly.
Yeah, and I think this will make sure that more people play her as well. I think this will make her more favorable again. So. Yeah,
it makes her a little more powerful in her low power situation. So I think that's going to entice people to play her more. So, and we did see her a little bit in competitive play today in the European tournament. So she's getting there. I think Zarya is getting there.
And then Zenyatta this week, huge change, right?
I mean, I get that they want it to be consistent. And Discord is a pain in the ass to deal with, period. But I don't know. I don't know if they've gone too far.
I think it was just something that if you got the Orb of Discord, you just needed to deal with it. Maze cryo freeze maybe, but like
Zarya
like
barrier
a
stuff?
barrier, right?
I mean, now Zarya is an effective counter to Zenyatta
Yeah, exactly.
because now she can remove Discord from anybody.
Yep.
Bear in mind, not as fast as he can deal it out, but still, she can get it off a priority target and give them 2 seconds of immunity at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was too far. I mean, it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
But dang!
Yeah, that's a huge. Honestly, I've always looked at it as like, yeah, coming from playing WoW for so long, it's like a Warlock dot. When you get Warlock dotted,
Yeah.
you just deal with it. Like you got to heal through it or wait it out.
Well, no,
kind of
you've
thing.
got Remove Lesser Curse and Dispel.
Yeah, true. Some people do.
Mages, druids.
If you're a warrior, you just wait it out. So that's kind of like what my mindset was with Orb of Discord. And so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I guess this is one of those experiments I think they're doing just to see what we think about it. They've already tried it out internally, of course. So we'll see what everybody else thinks about it. Get in the hands of thousands of people. So that brings us to the end of the patch notes, though.
Yep, that's it for the patch notes. I think they're heading in the right direction with a lot of these, but a lot of them I'm still kind of iffy on. The patch is still pretty new, so it's too soon to tell.
Yes,
but we will definitely see in the weeks to come before this phase of beta does come to an end.
Yeah. As we're getting close to the release, though, you're noticing like these changes are coming all the time now.
They're coming all the time, but they're coming a lot smaller.
Yeah.
They're coming more often, but in smaller increments.
Yep.
And by that I mean not the number of changes, but the amount the change themselves are. So
yeah, we're talking like 20 health, 10%, whatever. We're not seeing like the 50% or anything like that anymore. So.
God, that throws the meta off so much.
Yep.
But still, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on from here. I know one thing you are super excited about,
yes.
Bryce, is the animated short that's going to be coming out.
Oh yes. Recall is coming, and this is going to be next Monday at 12 Pacific time, and this is on on Xbox actually. That's where they're going to be having it.
How much freaking money did Microsoft pay Blizzard to have them do this? Like, I'm getting so pissed off at Microsoft lately because now, like, The Division, all of their DLC comes a month early on the Xbox.
Yep.
Freaking Overwatch. Oh, you're going to have to go to Xbox.com to watch the animated show. Like, I don't give a flying crap about Microsoft. Microsoft is basically dying out in viability. Don't lie to yourself, guys. They are, which is why they're trying to make open cross-platform play with PlayStation.
Yeah.
To retain their members. But I love the fact that the animated short is coming out, but the fact that Microsoft is like throwing money away for like all this exclusive crap, it just ticks me off to no end.
Yeah, it's with Microsoft. I wonder what their end game really is, because
their end game is to try to save Xbox One, which is ultimately going to fail because people know that it's an inferior system to PlayStation and PC.
Yeah, it's going to be that way until the next cycle, really. I mean,
and you freaking Microsoft fanboys out there who are going to be like, look at the numbers. I don't go based off of what I prefer. I go by the numbers. Yeah. All right, look at your numbers, your system specs, your console sales, your exclusive sales, all of that. PlayStation blows it out of the flipping water, and PC even more.
And so, not to get too far off topic, because they talked about the PS View this week. You know, the VR thing. Didn't they say they're going to launch with like 50 games at the end of the year with PlayStation at the end of this year?
They did.
In that press conference, and I was like, holy cow.
They did. I'm not going to buy into PSVR. When I get a VR system, I'm going to get the Oculus Rift.
There you go.
But that's just because I have a PC that can run it.
You don't have a Mac.
And I don't have a Mac.
Because Macs can't run it. Oh,
bye-bye, bye-bye, Apple.
Goodness. But yes, animated short, Recall. This is Winston's animated short that we got teased with at BlizzCon. And I'm excited. We get to talk about all the peanut butter. Why is there the peanut butter all over Gibraltar, right?
Where's the peanut butter?
Exactly. So this is gonna be awesome. I mean, this is the one that everybody was looking forward to at
Yep.
BlizzCon because they were like, oh, cute Winston and all that. You know, this is the time. It has arrived. We'll get to see it.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, it'll come out on Xbox first, but it'll be on YouTube like right after. So
Probably.
don't worry about it. You know, I mean, it'll probably be on the Play Overwatch thing like 10 minutes after the thing's over. So
Yeah, the one thing I'm really, really hyped for are the graphic shorts, the comic shorts.
oh yes, and there was a huge announcement
Yeah.
regarding not only the animated ones but all the graphic novel, everything this week.
Oh, I can't wait for the graphic novel. I cannot wait. I'm gonna freaking read the crap out of that. I love graphic novels, and the fact that there's going to be one set in the Overwatch universe. Ah,
Oh yes,
and isn't it supposed to be, this one's supposed to be following McCree, right? The
there's
graphic novel?
there's a digital. This is a digital comic short, I think, that's going to be the McCree one right now, if I remember
Okay,
right.
so the graphic novel is going to... Oh, isn't the graphic novel like the origins of Overwatch and all that?
That's the Overwatch First Strike.
Yeah.
And that's going to be like the Omnic Crisis actually unfolding. We get to like hear about that. That's pretty awesome to see because you know we hear about the Omnic Crisis all the time and we kind of know what it is, but we get to see the details of some of the stuff that gone on there. Looks like 76 is going to be in there.
Yep.
So that'll be cool. Could learn more about him. We're gonna have like the digital comic shorts, which I'm assuming are gonna be kind of like the 2.5D that we've seen from other Blizzard games. Kind of like with the Junkrat Roadhog reveal. You kind of know what that looks like. So those will be coming. There's gonna be 6. They said a 6-issue series of comic shorts, and they're gonna be focused on different heroes. So Roadhog and Junkrat, of course, I think they'll probably be the first one. I'd guess they're probably gonna be working on those.
The first one looks like it's going to be the McCree one.
You think so?
Yeah, and then they
Oh,
said...
it
like,
is. Yes.
Just like the duo of Roadhog and Junkrat, and then Reinhardt, and all the digital comic shorts are going to be free.
Yes. And then
Those are going to be free. I doubt the graphic novel will be free.
I doubt it too, but I'm
I
gonna
doubt it.
pick it up either
but
way. So
but I'm buying it. I'm probably going to buy a hard copy of it. I'm not going to buy the digital version.
exactly,
Something with weight.
you want that thing in your hands.
Dang straight.
And the shorts will be debuting next month, so in April. So,
Yep.
But yes, they said it will be McCree first. You are correct.
Yeah. Definitely.
And I'm excited to see what else they come up with. What are the other ones that we're going to see in digital comic short form? Which ones are we going to see in animated short form? I mean, we know that the Tracer Widowmaker one is going to be an animated short. So that's going to be exciting.
At some point that will come out.
Yep. And I think I have a feeling, if I remember right, that the Genji one will also be animated. But
We don't know,
We shall see.
but
I'm trying to remember
we
what was in
shall
the
see.
teaser trailer off the
Yeah.
top of my head. But I'm excited. I mean, more and more lore. Like this is what what we don't have from the game because we don't have like a single player mode. So we have to have these secondary sources, and this is going to be fantastic. We're going to get if you pre-order the collector's edition, you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff with that as well, and just immerse it. Just let it come over you and take it all in.
I'm really interested to see like Reyes' story and Commander Morrison's story in First Strike, because
Yes.
back when the Omnic Crisis and all that happened, Reyes was still with Blackwatch. He hadn't become Reaper yet.
Yep.
And then of course Commander Morrison, he's still young. He's not an old fart who's lost an eye. So I can't wait. I'm stupid excited.
It's interesting. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe it's because I play Mercy all the time. I wonder if we'll see her in that because there's that line in the game when she's like, "What have they done to you?" And he says, "You tell me, Doc."
Yeah, I mean,
So-
she was present during the Omnic Crisis.
We'll see if she had any role to play in what now is Reaper. But there we go. And that brings us to the end of the real news for the week. All the cool stuff. I mean, there's a lot, right? Now that we're getting closer to release, everything's kind of condensed. We're going to get a lot more publicity, a lot more interviews are probably going to start popping up, I bet, as we get through this next month. Of course, we're going to have more patch notes as we go on and count you all the way down to the time when we can actually say that everyone can play the game.
Definitely.
I didn't see any questions on Ask Overcast this week. Did you
Nope.
see any? I didn't get any. So remember, if you have any questions for us about Overwatch, about the show, or anything, you can tweet them to us. You can also just tag it with hashtag AskOvercast. We'll answer them right here on the show.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us for the 32nd episode. Remember to follow us on Twitter. You can do that at Overcast Show. You can go to theovercastshow.blogspot.com. That's where you can find all of our show notes, links to things we talk about. And also, go to frozenfoxradio.com. You can learn about this and all the other shows that we have to offer on the network. A lot of cool stuff. Hit us up on Facebook. And if you're listening to the audio version on iTunes, Stitcher, or Podbean, thank you very much. And that is it. So, here we go. End of 32. We'll go on to next week, see what they give us. I'm sure there'll probably be another patch to talk about. So, wrapping it up. Thanks again for being here. I'm Frostee.
And I'm Chris.
And I'll catch you on the flip side.
Stay awesome, Gotham.